Hey, hey, we got it. Success. I'm Angie. I am the founder of Team Grit. This is our October meeting, and we are going to be talking about creating content. First off, right before we started the meeting, we were talking about Super Saturday. So it is Sunday, and yes, the pricing is different. And it's a little confusing. I love that. Hello, whoever's upside down. So when you sign on to order the tickets, I actually I messaged Selena because I'm like, help me here. I don't understand. It doesn't say Super Saturday. It says something weird, like when you first sign on. And so as long as you're at the Super Saturday webpage and follow that link, you're good to sign up. And there are 3 pricing ranges. I missed the first one and I caught the second one. I'm not sure when the second one is done. Do you guys know?
I don't think it changes again until the day of.
Okay. So
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah. So I got tickets, and Aaron's going to come with me. And I was talking to him, like, I thought maybe we could meet for breakfast. I think maybe Selena suggested that, and I liked that idea. So on our team page, I will put that on the page, and we'll hash that out on the team page, not on the meeting. Yes.
I'm raising my hand. You had said on there about like dressing up or doing something. Are you guys dressing up? Are we coming as like a group dress up, or no? Are we just coming as ourselves?
I've been waiting and wondering about that too, because they always give a theme and they always tell people to dress up, but nobody ever does it.
And if we were the only ones, that would
but
be
I
fun.
thought that with this time with it
prizes.
being Halloween, I bet there will be some people that do, because they're running a competition and prizes and stuff. So I'm sure some people will dress up. It's really about your personality, and I think that you just need to do whatever is going to be.
We should just wear workout clothes, and then we'll all put like our bibs on from our races that we've ran. Have you ever keep your bib?
Yeah,
that could be fun.
Just be runners and just put our bib on or something. Or
I can supply medals, and you can
wear medals around
and like just top medals all over us. I can supply knee-high socks for the whole team. If you guys want knee-high socks, we could wear shorts and knee-high socks, and I could literally supply for everybody, even the guys. Okay, so we'll hash that out on our group. Not during this, because our meeting time is going to be short. What else did I want to talk about? So that Super Sunday is coming up just in 2 weeks. Also, Stacy Rett, I don't know if she listens to our replays, but she is at SC5. She's one of our newer coaches, and she's at SC5, so that's pretty awesome, and I'm pretty excited for her. You guys are all frozen. Can you hear me? Hi.
You're back.
I'm back. It's going to be one of those nights. So
Is it Monday? No.
it's a Monday. And then I lost I can't see if I'm recording. Oh, it looks like I'm still recording. All right, so let's get into this before it bounces me again. Creating content. I will be posting slides, because I do have slides that I gathered, because I borrowed all of this content from a video, Chelsea Pearson. And so what we're going to talk about is, if you struggle with creating content for your Facebook page, if you struggle with what to say and when to say it, this is going to help you. And some of these slides that she provided were really awesome, and that's why I want to give them to you. It'll be later tonight, 11 or 12 o'clock tonight, before I get it loaded. But it will help give you ideas of where to find content, where to find ideas for content, how to get that creative mojo going. And so content is what our business is about. It's about posting on social media. It's about being consistent, showing up whichever social media platforms we're on, Instagram or Facebook, Facebook like page. Some coaches are now going to Snapchat. I don't really recommend I recommend focusing, especially if you're a newer coach, on where you're comfortable, and get good at where you're comfortable before you try all of these other formats. Because like, I don't know, a few months ago, Periscope was the hot thing, maybe 5 or 6 months ago. And I don't even know if you guys know about what Periscope is. But I remember hearing about Periscope, and all these coaches were like, you need to get on, you need to learn about Periscope, you've got to, at least be a presence there. And I was thinking, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't even know. I kept thinking I have to do this, but I don't feel like doing it because I'm overwhelmed. Well, guess, what happened is Facebook Live showed up on Facebook, and now Periscope is dying. And it's a dead platform. So if I had spent 30 hours, 40, 50 hours trying to learn Periscope, I would have benefited in learning knowledge, but as a new coach, it wouldn't have benefited me at all, honestly. So what I want to say is, with all of this that we're talking about, whichever social media platform you're doing, make sure you do your platform really, really well, and then add something else on. Don't, as you're listening to other coaches and looking on Facebook or Instagram or all that kind of stuff, don't all of a sudden think just because this one coach is doing 5 different things, they're on Pinterest, they've got this, they've got that. They might have been a coach for 4 or 5 years, or they might be really tech savvy and catch on to that stuff and get really comfortable with it. So make sure that you're you on your platform first. So on whatever platform you're using, our goal is to reach out and connect to people. So we want to connect with other people. We want to share the real us, not the fake us, not the who we think other people want us to be, but we want to share the real us, because only by being us, the unique us, will we really make a connection with other people, and make connections with the people who we want to be with us. So one way, we're never run out of everyday content. So when we have those coaches who it just seems like they're always really spot on, that they just always have something to share. They have a strategy and they have a game plan. They kind of know what they're posting for, why they're posting, and a lot of times they maybe have built content up over time. If you're still in the stage of creating your content every single day, then when you have a really busy day or you have an emergency come up, it's really hard to all of a sudden plug something in. So if you have a day that you have inspiration and you're just really feeling motivated, that's a great time to sit down and just chop out some content and store it away for on a day that you just feel blah, or you're busy, or something came up. Another tip is, if you're like me, the hair and makeup does not get done very often for me. So if I am looking pretty awesome, that's a great day to do videos. And I just ordered, oops, I don't have it with me. I'll show it to you guys later. I just ordered this little clip that goes over my phone. It's a circle clip, and it's like $20 on Amazon, and it's a light. So if you have an iPhone, you can buy an actual iPhone case that has the light around it that gives you better lighting so that you look good. And that's one of the things with your social media. You want to make sure you have good lighting so your pictures are clear. So I bought one of those. And I was waiting to get that, and then I was going to start shooting videos of different content things, short little clips, like 1 or 2 minute clips, to load onto YouTube, and then maybe even also load onto my Facebook like page, or even onto regular Facebook, just to make sure I have content to put on. So different things that you can do ahead of time, although Facebook loves live best, and you'll get your best affinity. Affinity means when you post something, Facebook puts it into more people's boxes. So Facebook loves live video best. And if you do a live video, it's going to shoot it out to more people. But second best is your own video. And so Facebook is trying to become a video platform. And I heard somewhere recently that they have predicted that they will be only video in like 5 or 10 years. So if you're not doing Facebook Live yet, you need to start taking a deep breath, and jump into it. And, even if it's just challenge yourself to do a 1 minute video, challenge yourself to do a quick fit tip of the day or something like that. You're going to want to be posting more and more video, because it sounds like that's the way Facebook is going to be going, and you're going to be losing affinity if you're not putting videos in. So anyway, when you have your hair and your makeup done, make sure that you can do fit tips of the day. You can do workout videos. You can do recipes. You can do meal prep. You can do whatever is your thing. Well, Stacy, you do your 30-second videos, and those are awesome too. If you are not doing live video, but you're just doing a whole bunch of them, maybe you might want to change your shirt through so it's not the same shirt all the time, so it doesn't look like it's done on the same day. So what is your short-term goal? And when we're creating our content, so when you're looking at what other coaches are doing, maybe following them exactly is not what you want to do, because maybe you have different short-term goals. So what is your short-term goal for this week and for the next week or the week after? Maybe your goal right now is to hit a specific rank, and so you're trying to recruit coaches. And so when you're promoting, when you're making your content, then you're going to want to have calls to action that are more geared towards coaching. I'm going that direction. I'm trying to go that direction. I'm struggling with it, but I'm trying, because I'm trying to recruit more coaches. I'm wanting to get more coaches on our team. Maybe it's filling your challenge group. So maybe you haven't hit your SC points yet for the month, and so you really need to post about that. Posting about coaching before you've got your SC points. Maybe, if they're joining as a coach, then you'll get your SC points, but you need to know where you're at for that. Maybe you already have all of your Success Club points and you're not good at enrolling coaches, so you need to work on enrolling your coaches, your system used for that. And I don't know if any of you guys have paid attention. If you've seen on Leslie's page, Beachbody's rolled out a new 30-day program for new coaches. And I'm in that, and if you guys have gone through the old coaching, you're probably already in it. And I have gone through, I started out really good, and the first week went through each post as it went up, and then kind of fell off the wayside. You too? Yeah. But I am going to go back and catch up because it looks like, and from listening to some other coaches talk, it's across the board. So that's what's going on across the board. It sounds like it's I'm liking it so far because it looks like it just walks you through everything and how to coach and gives you all that information. So if you're not on there, then and you want to get on it, I can help you find it. My internet connection is unstable. If I bounce, I'll come back, or I'll try to. Maybe you need to work on creating systems for your team. Maybe you need to work on your own personal growth. If you haven't been working on your personal development, maybe that's something you need to work on, or your own transformation. If you have fallen off the wagon in your eating or in your workouts, something like that. We're all at different seasons, and with coaching, we get to different seasons, and sometimes our season is really working on our personal development, our own transformation, especially for new coaches, or if we've hit just a lull and we needed to kind of revamp again. But the good thing is when we start coaching, when we get into our 3 vitals, they're always going to come up, right? Your 4 vitals, actually, they're always going to come up, because when we're doing them, the process of doing this for vital behaviors, if we think about it and add a little thought to what we're doing, it helps us to create our content. So our first one, as we're inviting new people, new conversations, new experiences, new beginnings, when we're talking to people, as different things come up, maybe somebody has an objection about Shakeology being too expensive. Well, right there's an idea for content. You can write something about the expense of going to the gym. How much is a gym membership? How much is that going to cost you, the drive to the gym versus Shakeology? That kind of thing. The expense of eating out all the time, or the expense of having to go to the doctor because you're sick, because you're not healthy. Those kinds of things can help you. When people start giving you objections, time objections, then on your own Facebook page, you can talk about those time objections. It only takes me 30 minutes in the morning, that kind of thing. Getting up early in the morning. Yeah, I hate to get up early in the morning. I've done a post like that before. I hate to do it, but I know nobody's going to interrupt me at 5:30 in the morning. Nobody else wants to be up early either. So anyway, being proof. So when you're proof that the product works, when we have new levels of strength, when we have new results, areas of improvements for ourselves. So maybe one of the things I talked about was I didn't used to be able to do push-ups. I was only on my knees, and now I can do push-ups on my toes. Those are things you can talk about. Think about your journey, your physical journey, first of all. What can you do now that you weren't able to do before? Maybe it was, I only ever did hardcore workouts, but I tried Country Heat, and you know what? That was kind of fun. I enjoyed being able to do something a little different. Or like Selena did that one really well. She's like, I'm not really comfortable dancing, but I'm having a good time, and my kids like it. So it's family time. So that was kind of cool because it brings it into maybe you can do this as a family. And somebody else is watching Selena's journey and going, oh, well, my whole family could do it with me. It could be a family thing. This is positive. Areas of improvement. Today, my post was for Transformation Tuesday was that I used to get up at the very last second and rush around and yell at my kids. And now I get up early and I don't rush around, and our morning is really smooth. And then, of course, I got to work like 5 minutes, not late, but 5 minutes later than normal. So be careful what you post. Then the other thing is growing yourself. With personal development, when you're reading your personal development, taking notes. I have notes back from even Summit that I haven't gotten to. But I took my notes in here from when we were at Summit, and I have underlined all sorts of things in here that, which you can't see, I had intended to make into posts, and then I got busy with life. But I was thinking as I was creating this for you guys, as I was writing it down for you guys, I was thinking, I've got all of this content right here. I've got pages and pages. Literally, this is how many pages I filled out when we were at Summit. So that's a whole lot of posts right in there. All I need to do is get in there, read back through it, and go, oh, yeah, and start writing. So whenever you're reading your personal development, think about what hits you, what strikes you, and talk about that. We have control always as coaches, what we're doing, and when we show up, and that's the big thing. A lot of times I know when I'm frustrated with content, a lot of times it's because I'm not actually doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe I've missed my personal development for a day, or maybe I've been doing my workouts, but not my Beachbody workouts. And even though a workout is a workout, it's different because I'm posting about Beachbody. I'm posting about that. And so to me, it's not the same. And I know when I don't do my Beachbody workout, I am not the best coach to my challengers. So I really try to, even though I work out as a job, I try to make sure I get my Beachbody workout in every morning so that I'm connecting with my challengers. And then I also feel better connecting on my page. So think about that if you're, and then the other thing with that is when you're doing your Beachbody workouts, I highly recommend that you pick a program and you do it start to finish. Don't hybrid it. Don't kind of mix and mash it. Just start to finish. So, and when you're doing it, one of the top coaches, I was listening to her the other day, and she's a 15-star diamond. She says every single day, she takes a picture every night before she goes to bed. She takes a picture of her workout clothes, and then every morning she takes a picture of the Beachbody on Demand. And so that's to hold her accountable. But she does that every day, and I think that's pretty cool. So that helps. If you do that every single day, right there is a post. It's 2 posts, one at night, one in the morning. Treat your social media as your journal and your diary. So share who you are, share your struggles, share your aha moments. And this is a slide, I'm going to run through it real quick. I'm going to put it on our Facebook page, and I love this, and it's going on my phone for those days when I'm struggling. When you're doing your personal development or your workout, ask yourself these questions. What am I struggling with? You don't need to write it down if you don't want to, because I'll put that slide up for sure. I will. What has inspired me today? How have I grown since yesterday? What is my biggest excuse? And that'd be a great post. What is my plan to conquer it? What does success look like for me? How did the old me think? What was the old you and what's the new you? What have you changed? what am I hopeful about? What was my light bulb moment, and how did I win today? So one of my days, my win was I turned off my alarm and wasn't going to get up, and 3 minutes later I was up and I actually got my workout in. So I did post about that. I didn't want to get up. I hit pause, I hit snooze, but then my alarm said, be faithful in little things. So another thing about posting is talk about working full-time and building your business part-time, because people can relate to that. They can relate to, most people are working. And so when you're talking about, I'm doing this on the side, I'm extra income, I'm making 100, if you don't want to say specifics, I'm making enough money to make a car payment each month. I'm making enough money to pay cash for Christmas, those kinds of things. So when you're making your posts, what kinds of things are good things that you want to post about? Short and sweet one-liners. Like she was writing about diamonds are a girl's best friend, and then yoga pants happened. Anything that's really short and sweet, little quotes. They can be motivational quotes. They can be funny quotes. Those are good things just to put in. And the one person I was listening to said she likes to put them on at 9 o'clock at night, and they get great affinity. Negative wording, and I've used this one before. I've never thought I'd feel comfortable in my own skin. Mine was, I'm a liar. Yes, I'm a liar. And then I went and talked about how I used to think I didn't like air conditioning, but I do. I could use that in another way. I'm a liar. I didn't used to think Shakeology works, but now I do. Something like that. Negative wording. It stops people in their tracks. And then they want to read your story. Talk of numbers, like your 5 best tips for keeping the house clean with kids in the house, or your 3 best tips for having kids help you clean, or something like that. Use emotional power words. So instead of just using everyday words, something like, I was destroying my body until I discovered a secret. Those are big words. It's emotional. It gets people, think drama queen. What would a drama queen say? And maybe, now if that's not you though, always stay true to you. If you're not a total drama queen, don't go there, because it'll show that that's not you. Ask a question. I try to do this one before. Have you ever felt you have no control over your life? Or have you ever wondered, I can't think of any right now. But all of these things that we're posting, it's not just us posting, but it's about trying to connect with people and have them engage with us. There's going to be a slide that I'm going to put on, and I'm not going to cover it tonight, but it's a slide that says the smartphone toolbox, and it's geared toward iPhones. But there are like 8 different apps that you can look at. Pinterest is one. Google Drives is one. Google Docs. I use Evernote instead of Google Docs. So just pick one, whichever one you feel most comfortable with. Make sure you're using and saving your stuff off. Where to find ideas. BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed shows what's trending right now, and you can go through BuzzFeed and just look at all the different stuff. But here's something, and I didn't realize this. Don't share a link to something else, to something that's not Facebook, because Facebook will kill that post. So if you're sharing a link, so if you have a recipe and it's a link to a different website, Facebook doesn't want people leaving Facebook to go to a different website. So if you share the link to Mama's Got Cupcakes, whatever, that post is likely to be killed, and Facebook isn't going to put it out there. But if you want to make sure that you give proper props to that website, you can type it in. Just don't do the www. Don't do it as a link. Use BuzzFeed to find content for free groups. You can save one-liners and photo captions, things like that. And Pinterest is awesome. I use Pinterest all the time for finding content. I use Pinterest for finding recipes and for inspiration and for quotes. And you can find the quote, and then instead of using the one on Pinterest, sometimes I'm lazy, I use the one on Pinterest. You really should put it on your own picture and do it that way. You can also make your board secret so that nobody sees what you're pinning. so that they don't know that that's what you're doing, you know, that you're repurposing that content. So make sure recipes are not copyrighted. So you can use any recipes, and if you want to give credit, you can give credit to the blog, but it's not copyrighted. Another idea for posting is a photo a day challenge, and I really like this. On Pinterest, if you just type in photo a day challenge November, then a whole bunch of things will come up, and that will give you at least one post for each day in November. Post a picture of your refrigerator, post a picture of the fall leaves, post a picture of this, and then think of a story to go with that picture challenge. In your Google Drive or your Evernote, start storing content. Start storing anything that comes up that maybe you don't share right away, but you can share later. Things like lessons learned. I learned my lesson here. Different quotes, different stories that maybe you can turn into something, or just stories to share. Testimonials from your challengers. I've been saving my testimonials so that I can use them either in my event pages or even sometimes just putting them out on my Facebook page. When I share testimonials, I always cover up the person's name and profile pic. I put it into like Rona Designs and put a design over their name and their profile pic, so it's anonymous. And I never share anything that you could figure out who it was. Because I don't want them to feel like I have betrayed them in any way. But as long as it's anonymous, I figure it works well. Be the person that you needed your coach to be. So if there was something that you wish your coach had done on social media, then that's what you should be doing. If there was something you wish you had known or wish you had learned, then share those things. So let's see. We need to share our hearts. We need to be vulnerable. Share your foul-ups just as much or even more than your successes, because people connect to that. I know when I share the times when I really screw up my eating or something like that, I tend to have somebody private message me, I'm so glad you eat cookies. I'm so glad you drink pop. Or, you know, they just, I'm so glad you're a real person is what they say. And these are people that I know. So anyway, I got through it. We have 1 minute left. Does anybody have any questions in our 60 seconds we have left? Anything? Nope. Nope. Sweet. Okay. Less than a minute. I am going to say good night, everybody. And as soon as my thing loads, thanks for hopping on, Gina. It was so good to have you. It takes like an hour for my thing to load, and I can't use my phone or my computer while it's going on. So as soon as everything loads, I will get those slides up. So you guys can save them off to your phones and you've got them. All right? Are we good? Have a good night, everybody. And we'll talk about Super Sunday, too. I'll put that up, too. Good night.
Bye.